that down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, one of the biggest, most popular shows when I was younger, amongst a lot of people, not necessarily with me, but was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. People loved Buffy. I liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was actually more of an Angel guy. Like, I liked the spinoff series Angel a little bit more, but that was just me. And for years, they've talked about trying to get a relaunch of the Buffy the Vampire thing. And just recently, not too long ago, Sarah Michelle Gellar came out and confirmed they are doing another one. Well, now we know who the star of it is going to be, who's going to be starring alongside of her. This report comes to us from comicbook.com that writes the following. Hulu's Buffy the Vampire Slayer revival has reportedly found its new Slayer in actress Ryan Kiera Armstrong. Armstrong will play, and by the way, you just recently saw her in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Armstrong will play a quote-unquote an introverted high school student and the series co-lead, according to a report by Deadline. She will share the top spot with Sarah Michelle Gellar, reprising her role as Buffy Summers and picking the continuity up after years off screen. Gellar has been hyping this revival up for the last few months, noting that she has refused efforts to revive this series in the past, but she believes in this project. She also sang Armstrong's praises in a statement to reporters on Thursday. From the moment I saw Ryan's audition, said Sarah Michelle Gellar, I knew there was only one girl that I wanted by my side. To have that kind of emotional intelligence and talent at such a young age is truly a gift. The bonus is that her smile lights up even the darkest room. All right. So everything seems to be full blown. Now, for those of you who also missed this, like one of the interesting things about this whole thing is that Sarah Michelle Gellar has mentioned that for over a decade, she kept shooting down Buffy revival pitches until she met with Chloe Zhao, who's, of course, the Academy Award-winning director, then made Eternals for Marvel. She said, once talking with Zhao, that's when I knew that was the story that we needed to bring here. And listen, Ryan Armstrong, man, I only really know her. Well, isn't she the one, Rob, who almost got nominated for a Razzie for Firestarter?
Yes.
And then they rescinded it because she was just 12, like whatever. Anyway, then she comes back and she does Skeleton Crew. And that whole crew, that whole cast of kids were all absolutely wonderful in it. And she was great in it too. So look, am I somebody who's been standing over here pining for a new Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie or show? No. But am I interested in this? Because I am interested in revivals to see how they revisit these types of shows years later. I am. And I particularly really like this casting. Anyway, Rob, what do you think in general about the Buffy relaunch, the revival of the series, if you will? And what do you think about this casting?
Well, I'm a huge fan of the original Buffy series. I loved it, and I loved Angel as well. You know, I think I've often talked about this. I think that Joss Whedon and the writers of Buffy and Angel are probably the most influential in terms of the impact it's had on people writing fantasy shows today, whether it's science fiction, fantasy, or even horror. These shows are so influenced by what Joss Whedon and crew did, that the show is almost just as important, if not more so today, in terms of its inspiration. But I think, you know, if they've got a great idea, why not? And I did watch yesterday, there's a video of Sarah Michelle Gellar contacting this actress and telling her that she got the part. And
really?
Yeah. And I watched it yesterday and I'm like, okay, with all the tumult that's facing us in the world, watching her response and like her dad jumps into the video, I'm like, okay, I'm rooting for the two of them to create something great. Because you know what? I think that Buffy sort of was everything that Buffy did in terms of like representation. To me, it did it right. I mean, I love the characters, and no one was ever accusing Buffy of even though it was really edgy in terms of a lot of the subject matter it was presenting, especially in the character choices, and it all felt very earned. And I thought it was a great horror series. You had great monsters like the Gentleman. Some of those Monster of the Weeks were great. So it worked as a horror show. It was a great teen show, a show about moving from adolescence into adulthood, and it was just wildly entertaining. And I really, really, really like the show. And if they can capture even, I mean, any of it really, if they can capture a little bit of that magic, I'll tune in. What a worthwhile thing to do. And I think with the people that they have involved, I mean, Chloe Zhao, you've got an Academy Award-winning director who made Nomadland, wants to do Buffy. I think there's probably a reason why she wanted to do it, and
Yeah.
they're bringing back some of the original writing team. So pretty exciting, I think.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. What a great time to be a sports fan. Basketball playoffs are on. Hockey playoffs are on. It is the perfect time to jump into the action with PrizePicks, the easiest and most fun way to turn your sports knowledge into real winnings. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made really simple. Just pick more or less on a few player projections, like points, assists, goals, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. For example, this week I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 24.5 points, or Jason Tatum for more than 6.5 rebounds. I love how fast and easy it is to lock in a lineup in just under a minute. Plus, they've got a couple of weekly features, like, for example, Flex Friday. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds. And every Tuesday, check out Taco Tuesday for discounted player projections up to 25% off. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Number one, just about the fact that they are reviving the Buffy series now, picking up however many decades later. We've got a new potential Slayer with Armstrong. Do you like the casting? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.